The Honourable Darren Hughes.
Thank you, sir. Mr Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Transport, and it asks him, which project has the higher benefit cost ratio, the Auckland CBD rail loop or the Puhoi to Wellsford road of national significance?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, neither. I refer the member to table E1 on page 6 of the recently released business case for the CBD rail link, which states that at an 8% discount rate and including wider economic benefits, the BCR is 1.1. The BCR calculated in exactly the same way for the Puhoi to Wellsford road of national significance is also 1.1, which can be found on page 8 of the project summary for the member.
The Honourable
Supplementary
Darren
question,
Hughes.
Mr Speaker. If wider economic benefits and the Treasury discount rate are applied to both projects, why does he defend the Puhoi to Wellsford road, which gets a BCR of 1.1 on that methodology, but says he's sceptical about the benefits of CBD rail loop, which would deliver a BCR over 3 times that of Puhoi to Wellsford?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, well, that's a difficulty as well, because the member refers to a very, very new and innovative way of calculating BCR ratios, which a Treasury advised me they've never seen before in this proposed net value added from CBD increased productivity. And they actually say to me that it does not appear to have any theoretical or evidential underpinning whatsoever.
The Honourable Darren Hughes.
When he, picking up on that point, sir, when he questioned the inclusion of the transformational benefits of the CBD rail loop, had he consulted his colleagues on the value of such a measurement, given that as recently as this question time, the Minister of Communications was promoting the broadband policy on the basis of its transformational benefits?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr Speaker, undoubtedly the Minister of ICT, who I respect immensely, is well aware of the transformational benefits, but even he would not be so ambitious and creative to suggest a BCR of 3.5 under the grounds that the CBD rail case suggests.
Supplementary question, Mr Speaker. Is he aware of any other political figure who is less enthusiastic about Auckland CBD rail project other than himself? If so, who?
The Honourable Stephen
Mr Speaker,
Joyce.
possibly the Minister of Finance, and I think he is identifying himself. But can I say for the member's benefit, it is quite possible, and I'm more than willing to accept, that the CBD rail project could be a good project for Auckland. But there are a number of questions that need to be answered. For example, the business case appears to assume a level of existing infrastructure which doesn't exist. It appears to under-account the additional infrastructure that's required. It doesn't say how many extra people would use the project compared to the electric network without the tunnel. It doesn't tell us how many cars would it really take off the road and whether it would reduce congestion. And it doesn't tell us when Britomart will run out of capacity without it. All these questions are appropriate to be answered before the member starts getting out the government's chequebook and waving it around.
That brings to a close questions for oral answer